Now there are 8, excuse me, UN Millennium Development Goals. I'm not going to try to get them out. I don't know if I can remember them, but reducing abject poverty, to promote universal education for children, to improve maternal child care programs, combat climate change. Those are the types of things that are out there. They're very logical. They're measurable goals. And are there certain ones that you're focusing on this year that you want? Are you going to hit on all 8 of them, or do you encourage everybody to take a look at the 8? Pick 1 or 2 that you like and go with it and maybe work up a program on it, or how are you doing it in New York State?
Well, the governor, Governor Patterson, has actually introduced legislation that is part of the MDGs in some way. He's passed the Midwifery Modernization Act, by which midwives are able to deal more with pregnant women and not obtain a signature from their doctor before doing so. This is a great opportunity for pregnant women to have many different options. He's also created the 4515 Act, by which basically by 2015 he's seeking about 45% of the households to use renewable energy, clean energy. He's also introduced a minority women business legislation. He signed 4 different pieces of legislation which encourage and business within the minority community. The First Lady of New York State has been a great supporter of combating childhood obesity. So these issues, these hot topics is a great opportunity to spring off of and talk about. So in terms of the United Nations MDGs, we already have steps in place where it's being addressed in New York State. So any opportunity to talk about that, I think we're going to also focus on empowering women, creating gender equality, which is another Millennium Development Goal. And by doing that, we're doing events by which professional women, professional individuals are getting together and talking about what they can do to galvanize their communities. So there's a lot to do.
And as you were going through the list, I'm sure a lot of our viewers will say, those are goals that we're doing right now in our local community, that we're doing at state level, the national government's working on, other countries are working on, and these are already, they've been incorporated into various state programs along the way. So it's new in that we're getting more and more people involved in it, but it's something that every state has dealt with over the years to try to improve the standard of living in their communities, the quality of life for the people in there. Meron, what about the Young Professionals for International Cooperation? Are there certain Millennium Development Goals that resonate with them? Do they pick one over the other, or are there some that are more popular than others?
That's a very interesting question because, you know, we view them as all being equally important. But I think where we sort of come in is really partnering with other like-minded organizations that could provide the resources for us to bring some sort of change, whether it's promoting education in, you know, developing parts of the world, through coming up with, you know, donation of books to be able to send them abroad, or just, you know, again, educating young professionals who might not be familiar with international affairs, who might not be familiar with the MDGs. Just, I think the starting point is making sure that these individuals are well versed, or at least have some sort of understanding, so that they could be able to provide resources necessary for us to work on those the 8 different goals.